Okay guys, welcome back. This entire episode right here is going to be a little bit of history, playing catch up. I recorded for a few hours today but didn't manage to capture any of my voice. My microphone settings tweaked out again, and even though I was speaking through the entire thing, I have no idea what I was saying. So watching the videos, I tried to narrate, didn't much care for it. So we'll spend a little bit of time in the chat log catching up on things. I'll show you the base that's expanded, how things have gone. Haven't had too many people die, just a few. There's been a few accidents. The tunnels have gotten wider and we're clearing the stone out of those. Smooth these out. These are going to be buildings soon. Everyone in the military has war dogs. We've trained all of the animals there. Sealed out this, channeled this out. Got it sealed off from the underground so nothing can come up from the river there. I also had just drained the river into the tunnel, and that's whenever I noticed that my voice wasn't working. I had finally worked ourselves up to getting this tunnel drained, which is what I had wanted to do. And whenever I was getting ready to piece everything together, noticed that, hey, can't hear anything. So I'm draining the tunnel now, and once that's drained out, we will have a muddy floor underneath there and we can start growing trees. The airlock is done. It's got a whole bunch of stuff thrown in it, so any crew that goes in there or gets trapped in there can survive for a little bit of time. Also got a wood pile, so if it's safe, the woodcutters won't have to carry wood very far. This little side tunnel here, now this is the important part. I'm kind of sad that we lost this. You didn't miss anything except a whole bunch of really cool build-up and suspense to a surprise that you're getting to see right now. We've got this side tunnel here, and it's operated by another lever. So when there's water in here, I can pull this lever and fill this entire place up with water. As you can see, we've got a super mutant, a zombie, and a fire imp up there now. But the important thing about filling it up with water was that it sealed off the magma at the top. It cooled the stone down, formed a layer of obsidian, and now whenever we go out there and fight, no one's going to jump into the magma and catch on fire and burn. You hadn't missed anything like that. I haven't sent anyone in the military to fight. There hasn't been any killing, as far as I can remember. We did have a few stray moods, and we lost a few people to those. I'm trying to think of what else happened. There's been a few accidents in the military, a few deaths there. We'll get to those. But for now, we're just letting the water drain out of the tunnel here and drain out of this room and evaporate. And once it's safe for our military to go in there, we'll go in there and we'll fight. And we'll clean out this room once and for all. And that'll be maybe our first military victory. You can see the water draining out here. Our spider's out there watching everything. There's been some migrant waves that have shown up and got tore to bits. Looks like both of our spiders. There's Depressed Stop and there's Gorge Tempt. So they're both out there. The bedrooms have been not really expanded, but they've been cleaned out. Juju Dog's still the mayor. And he's met all of his demands. We had to engrave down his room to make him happy, so that he would stop putting ridiculous mandates out there. We've expanded the tunnel over here to the military base, also added some levers that we're going to be using. Coming through here, everybody's training. It's a disaster. There's clothes everywhere. There's people dying. Triple H Hat, your left lower leg is damaged in a training accident. You're very drowsy and miserable. People are bringing you food as quickly as they can. Everyone else has a little bit of damage. Neo Speedy has brain damage. Rock Band 2, you're fine. Heavy Weapons Guy has lower spine damage. Shell's fine. Kefka's fine. Let's see. I know we got some people in bed here. Mac Edward, your left upper arm is damaged. Han Solo. We did have somebody die here. It was RRW Comics Boy. You bled to death. I don't know what happened. Somebody stabbed you or beat you to death. I couldn't find out who killed you. As soon as I find out who did that, well, I'll make a video out of that. We'll find out why. I know it was a training accident, but was it with an axe or did they shoot you? I'm not sure. It was quite a surprise. So I've been striking down kittens, people outside getting struck down. Juju Dog ending mandates. The Comics Boy was training there. He was doing rather well. Thieves are stealing stuff. Baby back ribs canceled going to the well because whenever I drained the tunnel it sucked all the water out of there. It was strong enough to counteract the waterfall, actually, and had monsters all over the place in that tunnel. Some merchants were disrupted out there and destroyed as they were going by. Draco, you created an andesite bracelet. It was okay. It didn't have anything too good. Let's see. Draco was possessed. Yep. That's right. We're going back in time here. Juju Dog ended another mandate. Thieves and trainings and cats and birds. Juju Dog was re-elected right there. Kelderon engraved a masterpiece. Wanderer engraved a masterpiece. Flame of Dark created something really cool, I believe. We'll check that out. And Gitter7, you were also possessed. You wanted a glassmaker workshop, and even though we got it up in time, I didn't get the green glass that you wanted. We made that right after you decided to go crazy. And then you starved to death. Let's see, what else did we have going on here? Rawr BBQ sauce, you gave birth to another boy. I think that was your third one. You're popping them out like crazy, keeping the vault well supplied. So even though people are dying, yeah, they might come back as one of your kids. Your kids have been given temporary names for now. They might morph into something else later on. More animals being born. Expansion up downstairs being cancelled because stuff was in the way. More export bans from Juju Dog. Gitter7 was possessed right there. More masterpieces by the Wanderer. I don't know who he was. He came in with the Dungeon Master and just took to work. Trained up all the dogs that we could and gave them to pretty much everyone in the military. So maybe there'll be some stray war dogs that we can hand out now. Stray puppies struck down. People gaining experience from all their wrestling. People becoming wrestlers. This is way back in time. Heavy weapons guy became a recruit. If I think that this was right after the Dungeon Master showed up, I threw all the this is where the last video picked up, or ended, right when the Dungeon Master arrived. So all that happened since the last video. People died, just a few artifacts. Nothing really good. Nothing that we could really use anyways. People died from training. That's all that's been going on. We might have a few more deaths here. Let me claim this body. And all those items. We'll get all that. Hopefully no one else dies in the military. We'll weed out the weak ones and just be left with the strong survivors. In the next video, I'll also pull up the military screen and we'll get back to normal and give them progress reports. I gave a few of those. We've got a bunch of champions now, most of them in wrestling. You know, it might also be worth it if I just leave that door open, fill this up with water, and drown those suckers down there and not even worry about it. Might do that next time we flood the tunnel, but for now I want to get the tunnel open and get some trees growing. It's 24th Timber 137. Still playing catch up here on this video. I'm not sure if it's been long enough. Got the smelter shop sorted out a little bit. Making some lead buckets for the wounded so that we can carry water to them. I've got several people set up just to be health givers, just to be caregivers. We're all out of ore we can smelt, I believe. Yep. So we're getting ready to go into the mines as well. That was the other thing. Glass furnaces. We'll get them to work on that soon enough. What else do we have going on down here? Well, there's the magma forge. We'll go down. And this here's the... I guess this is where the crypts will be, the fancy tombs for the people. I was excited about building and unveiling this. So we'll come through here and these will all be smoothed down and engraved, of course, one day. And we'll have chairs and statues out here. Maybe some artifacts encased, surrounded by gem windows to make it all fancy. It'll be a place of mourning but also great joy. And then when you go down below, you'll have the crypts here. This right now is the Dungeon Masters, and we'll set these up for everybody else that deserves them. Some of the artifact makers will be getting them. Not all the artifact makers. I'm gonna admit, at first it wasn't bad. I would accept any artifact, but now that we're getting so many of them, I'm starting to become a little bit picky. They need to be really good artifacts when you create them to get a tomb. I can't be digging out dozens of them. Got some more noble rooms here for whenever they show up. Let's see, this is the Dungeon Master's actual bedroom. We're getting it all set up, and this might be another bedroom for somebody. Might also be where he trains his wild creatures. Got the sheriff's room coming along. I guess the captain of the guard now. More bedrooms there that'll one day be set up when we get beds. And more bedrooms here. Also got F Bread 59 still unconscious down here with his left lower arm mangled. And I think the cafe has come along rather nicely. It's all cleaned out now. It's got their own little food supply. Tables and chairs everywhere. You'll note the expanded staircases all over the base to make travel easier.